If you want to understand Brexit and what happened last night, Britain's relationship with the EU, the whole thing, stop. Don't think about that stuff. It's not really about that. This is a global phenomenon. This is a revolt against technocracy and elites telling everybody else what to do. At the end of the day, for the past 20 years, 80% of the people have been told 80% of the time by the top 20% what to do, what to think, and what's good for them. Guess what? They've figured it out. The 20% needs to listen, because if they don't, they're going to find something out. The Hamptons is not a defensible position.
Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, guys. So, since I'm a complete masochist and I don't value much of my sanity, it's time to do another Coach Red Pill video. Now, here's the fucking fun part about it. Well, this is an older video, and I kind of like still go through his content to try to find like different things that may actually be, I don't know. It's one of those things where Coach Red Pill, where if you look at his channel, you just have to be like, how the fuck is he, like, how the fuck? And so I still have a lot of gems of Coach Red Pill, which I have to go through. And please like and subscribe or follow if you're watching on Twitch or Facebook and you want to actually see me, like, slowly lose my mind and sanity on some of the shit that he actually says. Anyway, let's go to the title of this video. Women have no principles and no loyalty, and that's okay. And I'm sorry, like, how? Like, wait, what? What? Let's see what he's talking about.
You hear a guy bitch and moan about a woman being disloyal and lacking in principles and blah, blah, blah. You listen to most MGTOWs or whatever who get all butthurt about how women act. Yeah, you're going to feel contempt for them. Of course.
Well, he's making some sort of sense that a lot of guys actually have this thing where women, like if you listen to a lot of the shit that they say, you would actually come across, you know, it's a reason why the incel forums are the way that they are, because you get a lot of guys who have had bad experiences or no experiences and believe that, you know, women are against them in some sort of way. But let's I'm sorry, Flip, I'm sorry. This shit is fucking crazy, and I saw this. And if I got to sit through the torture, so do you.
Yes, you will. Because you're going to recognize the truth, that they are failing to understand women. It's no different than, for instance, failing to understand a bear in the woods, right? You go out in the woods, right?
Wait, what? Did he just equate a woman to... I'm sorry. Did he just equate a woman to a bear? I'm sorry. Wait, what? Like, wait, what? God, how? How do you come up with this level of stupidity? A woman to a bear. Oh, God. Let's continue.
Right? And you see some black bear or whatever, right? And you see that the black bear has a little cub, right? Do you go up to the cub and start playing with the cub? Of course not, because that big black bear is going to see this, freak out, and go and eat you, eat your head off in one chomp. Of course, right? And so, if you know this,
I would make a joke that maybe he said, like, Ocasio-Cortez says, Nancy Pelosi is Big Mama Bear, but this video predates that whole View segment. But like, why a bear though? Why a bear? But let's continue.
yeah, you know how that black bear is going to behave, right? You can predict it, you can anticipate it, you know what to do, and more importantly, what not to do, right? Same with women, okay? So when a guy complains about a woman, it's the same as him complaining, I went out to the woods, I saw this cute little bear cub, and I wanted to play with it, but the big bear came and ate my head. Nasty, nasty black bear. Idiot!
Wait, what? Oh, wait, I have so many fucking questions. How? I guess this is gonna be I have so many question streams. A guy going after a woman is like a man playing with a bear cub. I mean, like, I could actually find a bear cub in this game and actually, see how they act, but I don't think they're I don't think they're an allegory to women. I'm sorry. But let's continue.
Before I start with today's video, please check out my Instagram. Yeah, I got Instagram. Why? There's no real benefit to it, and so at this point, I just want to have as many subscribers on Instagram as possible. I want to be an Instagram thought. Yes.
Well, at least he's, like, masked off, slipped a little bit, that he wants to have as many young people in his audience, mostly young males in his audience, following him, and he wants to be a thought. Now, I'm not saying that's not predatory, but it's predatory to a different reason, because he's literally trying to make money off of these motherfuckers. And I don't see why. Like, for real. I don't. Like, fuck. These motherfuckers will complain that somebody that may be different from them, just in a fucking natural way, are predators. But he is literally doing something predatory. And that shit just doesn't make sense. Like, it's fucking projection.
That's what I want to be. I want to be an Instagram thought. I want some rich old lady to use me as her sugar baby. Yeah. Like lounge out in some like giant yacht out in the Mediterranean, and just sipping Mai Tais.
You have to be, one, attractive. Two, well, I guess he's got the stupid part down, but he has to be young and able to perform and not some, like, I don't know, maybe, who was those motherfuckers? God, the Liberty University, the guy who just got, like, who wife had an affair with the pool boy. But maybe he can actually hire Coach Red Pill to, like, satisfy his wife. But I think that would be, I don't know if that'll fit with, what are those people's names? Fuck, Farwell, yeah. Yeah, I don't think that'll fit with Farwell's whole thing, because, he liked him, his wife liked him young. But let's continue.
All day and getting a rub down from a masseuse all day. Yeah, that's what I want. And I need your help. Only if I have like 1 million Instagram subs will I be that Instagram thought. So you better help me. If you don't help me, man, if I'm living under a bridge next year, it's because of you. See, like most guys, I've noticed that women have no principles and no loyalty whatsoever. Oh yeah, they do not.
Wait, what? How? I'm so confused. Take it from a man who has had relationships that ended badly. I still know, like, I know that a lot of it is a people thing. Like, yeah, of course, there are people who are just shit people, but just to say because women, like, how? For real, guy? Fucking for real. Fuck. Let's just continue.
Not, especially the younger ones, right? When they're young, no loyalty, no principles. I mean, they might claim to believe one thing or the other, but it's just...
Wait, he was married. He was fucking married. Oh my god. Oh my god, coach. No, coach.
Bullshit, right? And if something better comes along, they'll abandon their principles, they'll abandon their friends, just like that. Hell yeah. And we've seen it so many times that for women to deny it is just ridiculous at this point, you know, because it's true. Now, a lot of guys are incredibly upset about this truism.
Wait. Do guys not do this as well? Is it not a thing for guys? Like, there are such a things called fuck boys, which literally have the same mentality that you're describing. It sounds like a people problem and not just women just want to drain me of my seed and money. Like, the fuck? But let's continue.
The truism being that women have no principles and no loyalty. They are upset about it and they get pissed off. They get pissed off at women. They feel that they have been taken advantage.
X, that's not a broad brush. That's a motherfucking 20-foot paint roller. That's a 20-foot paint roller. That's not even a brush, that's a paint roller. But let's continue.
Advantage of. They feel angry about it. And yet in my own case, I've never ever felt angry about this lack of loyalty or lack of loyalty to principles. No.
That's because you're a fucking sociopath. Like, literally, he's a fucking sociopath. The fuck? Wow. Now, if you were to ask me, do you get upset about people cheating? Do you get upset about people not having loyalty? Me, I'm different. I'm polyamorous, and as long as there is fucking a conversation about different levels of intimacy that you may have with someone, we can have that conversation. But that's still expecting honesty. That's still expecting trust. But this motherfucker's that is literally saying that I don't expect it. Me thinks that he doesn't expect it because he doesn't fucking give it. Mind you, there were videos going around that the reason why he's no longer married is because he cheated on his wife. And you know, I don't know the rumors, but I know that he definitely tried to have him scrub off of the internet. But let's continue.
No, because I understand women. And you know how I understood women, where it came from? From two things. Learning about the history of the Mongol Empire and the Nature Channel. Well, let me explain.
Wait. The Mongol Empire and the Nature Channel. How? Wait, how? I am so confused. I have so many fucking questions. What does that Mongol Empire and the Nature Channel have anything to do with human, like, loyalty and human relationships? I get the Mongol Empire, like, yeah, of course. But, wait, what? Fuck. Let's continue.
Years ago, years and years ago, I don't remember when, but I was watching the Nature Channel, right? It must have been when I was like in my 20s or something like that, right? And they were showing lions, and they were showing these lions, and how, you know, there was the one lion, male lion, and, you know, a bunch of female lions and a bunch of cubs, right? And what happened was that an alpha lion, an up-and-coming alpha lion, came up and fought the alpha lion of this particular pride and defeated him, and so the new lion was in charge of the pride, right? And what he did is he proceeded to murder all of the cubs of the pride, right? He murdered them all. because of course he didn't want to be raising some other lion's cubs, right? So he murdered all of the cubs that couldn't run away or defend themselves, right? And what happened with the female lions of the pride? Did they object? No, they didn't object. What did they do? They went into heat.
I think, wow. Oh, this took a dark turn. And I'm not talking about the whole lion thing. Like, of course, we know feline reproductive strategy and issues where, yes, that's part of the, yeah, I guess you can call it social order that they have in lion prides. But humans aren't lions. Like, humans aren't lions. That's the thing. They're not lions. I don't. Humans aren't lions. We're not. But let's continue.
They wanted to fuck the new lion, right? Which I thought was just like bizarre, you know? Bizarre until I realized that I was looking at it through a male morality. I was thinking to myself, you know, these female.
Wait, what? Wait, what? I'm sorry. What is a male morality when it comes to a fucking lion? How does that work? How does that fuck? Wow. Lions have been genetically positioned to, not positioned, like genetically predispositioned to actually mate and reproduce. This is a genetic imperative for them to actually do that, as well as a social imperative, because, you know, they want to keep the species going. But I don't think he realized the fucking shit that he just fucking said. Attaching women to fucking lions. I mean, like, insert random joke for pussy and shit like that. But the fuck, like, does he understand that he's not making sense?
Yeah, lions, man, how despicable, you know? This new lion comes along, kills their cubs. And what do the female lions do? Do they attack this new lion? No, they basically spread their legs for this lion. What the fuck, right? That's what I thought. But then
how can someone be this fucking idiotic? Like, am I missing something with this? Oh God, let's continue.
of course, a little bit more sophisticated, I started thinking to myself that what was going on was that everybody was adjusting to natural selection, to the pressures, the evolutionary pressures of natural selection. Yeah, because what happened was that the new lion wanted all the cubs in the pride to be his own cubs. He didn't want to be raising somebody else's cubs. He wanted a genetic legacy. And so how would he do that? He had to have sex with the females, right? But at the same time...
Okay. So here's the thing. There can be multiple male lions in a fucking pride. And also, the motherfucking lioness don't actually just sit there and let the fucking male lions just murder their cubs. The male lions actually murder the cubs while the females are away hunting. And fuck, let that fucking sit in your brain. Like, these motherfuckers that actually try to have this whole thing of men are supposed to go out and get the bacon, and the women are supposed to come home and cook it when they get home. Literally, the fucking female lions actually doing most of the hunts, and the male lions are fucking basically grunts. But they don't want to have that conversation because that doesn't fit their fucking narrative. But let's continue.
He had to make sure that the females paid attention to his cubs and not to the other cubs of the previous alpha lion. And so that's why he killed the cubs, right? And it's nasty. It's, if we look at it from a male morality, from a male, not female, a male morality, it's really despicable and immoral and evil and all the rest of it. Yeah, but that's evolution. Evolution in action. Evolution is not moral. Evolution is not pretty. Evolution compels every living organism to do things that, if we're looking at it from a rational perspective, from a Judeo-Christian moral perspective, is really just despicable, but they do it.
Wait, what? Did he say evolution, looking at evolution in the Judeo-Christian perspective? Like, evolution doesn't have any morality, dog. It's literally amoral. It has no morality built in. How? How the fuck? Like, oh my god, I know this is over a year ago. But this shit this shit is stupid simply because it is like, how? How the fuck do you come up with this bullshit? But let's continue.
Do it all the time. And so I thought to myself, why would I, as a man, and the human beings around me, why would we be any different? Of course, because you see, we human beings are animals. Yeah, we're no different from, the lions and the whales and the chimpanzees and the insects and whatever the fuck.
Wait, what happened to the Judeo-Christian beliefs? Now we're animals? I have so many fucking questions. Oh god, oh god. Does he not see the gaps in his fucking logic and thinking of shit? Like, how? Let's continue.
Right? We're animals. We evolved, right? We evolved from Australopithecus or whatever the hell was before us. And here we are, Homo sapiens, right? And we are subject to the very same evolutionary pressures.
Wait. Does he not understand that if that is the case, if we fall under our evolutionary tree and what we should actually believe as far as our evolution as humans, or everybody that's part of the human tree, that humans were a very social species, and really for the most part we live in semi-monogamous relationships up until like the king wanted to pass on his kingdom to his son, and he needs to guarantee, like, does he not realize that humans were the sad part about it is our sexual organs are designed as if we weren't completely monogamous, both men and women. That's how our sex organs were designed. Like, please tell me he really realizes this, right? Like, for real, like, he understands this, right? Oh god. Let's continue.
Right? And then I thought about the Mongol Empire. And because back in the day, when Genghis Khan, right, when he wasn't Khan yet, he was just another guy out there in the Mongol steppes, right?
I mean, like, Timorin was actually, he had some hardships in his life and some shit that really shaped him for the rest of his life. But let's see if he would actually be able to talk about the shit that Timorin went through before he became Genghis Khan. Let's see.
His wife was kidnapped. And his wife was kidnapped, and potentially she was, well, actually, no, it wasn't potentially. She was, in fact, raped by the people who kidnapped her.
So was his mother. Like, that's the cruel shit that people were actually doing. Like, because they were fucking cruel and they wanted to enforce their will by, being assholes. But let's continue.
And in point of fact, it's not that she was simply raped by them, but she copulated with them multiple times. And the fact of the matter is that Genghis Khan went and rescued her and brought her back, and shortly thereafter she gave birth to a child. I forget the name of this child, right? But this child would eventually actually become emperor. I forget. I used to know all this stuff, but that's not important.
Yeah, it was his oldest son, who he took as a fucking son. That's kind of different from what you're talking about, fucking Coach Red Pill. Like, seriously, how is he disproving his own fucking story? Mind you, Genghis Khan wasn't his original name. He was taking it as a son by another person. Like, fuck. Like, I don't get it.
You can look it up in Wikipedia or whatever. But the point is, Genghis Khan, his wife was kidnapped. And she was kidnapped by some raiders, and she adjusted to life with these raiders, right? And she may have been raped, so she claimed later, but more likely than not, she wasn't merely raped. She probably copulated them.
Oh my God. No. No. Oh my God. How? Wow. Wow. Did he? Wow. I'm pretty sure he's probably the one of the people that believe in, because of the Bible times, if you take a wife after you've killed her whole family, she's supposed to love you too. Wow. Wow. Did he just blame a kidnapped victim with being? Oh wow. You know what? Sometimes I think that he's at a new low, but like this shit, like I don't know if I can actually watch the rest of this video. Let's give him a couple more minutes because wow.
Because, you know, she was now their possession. She was now in their control. And so what was she going to do about it, right? She was just going to make do with what she had. And so she was there in this camp, and then Genghis Khan came around and rescued her, quote unquote, and took her back. And maybe he got her pregnant, maybe she was pregnant before. It was never really known. And this was actually a source of great political tension later on, decades later, but that's not important. That's not.
I just can't. Like, I'm sorry. Like, how? How do you fucking justify that shit? How do you justify that shit? He is literally justifying that maybe she just dealt with it because reasons. If you have a gun or a knife or a fucking sword to your fucking head when you're quote unquote captured, that's not consent, man. But maybe, coach, maybe you could have understood that because you had a problem with consent. That's why you got kicked out of your university for a year, right? Fuck. Like, how? How do you sit back and fix your mouth to say some shit like that? I'm sorry, guys. Like, this is what really disgusts me from Coach Red Pill. This whole idea of him thinking that, of course, everybody thinks like me. No, you're a motherfucking monster. Anyway, guys, I'm going to take a quick break. And while you're at it, while I'm gone, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, hit that little notification button on YouTube, and it'll let you know when I get live. And we're going to take a break for a minute.
What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
Yeah. They're probably afraid of that because then people don't hate each other, and people start talking to each other, and then they start talking to each other, they find out who's the problem.
Which is?
Greedy people.
Greedy. I have a couple things I want to ask you there. Do you really think that some of the guys that you dealt with at NBC, no names, right? Because there's lawsuits for that too, that some of these guys really want to promote racism actively, or is it a subconscious?
I just think it's part of capitalism, is to promote racism, you know, right? In order to make things work. If you feel better because you're white and you can get a job, you use that. I mean, you know, I would.
Absolutely.
Say, I'm sorry, Jack, but shit, they say I'm white. I'm going to use this.
Right, absolutely.
Get this job. I'm hungry, you know. But, and that separates people. So they keep people separated, and that keeps them from thinking about the real problem. That's as simple as I see it. Probably it's not that simple, but...
Now, all right, you and I are about the same age, right? We're in our mid-30s. How long is it going to take before guys who think like you, and I say guys who think like me, people who don't want to have racism in the country, people who don't want to be oppressing any minority, whatever it is, sexual, whatever minority, really get into positions of power and can change things?
You can't get in a position of power, it seems, if you think like that. It seems that the only time you get in a position of power is if you're like the people that are in power. To me, I mean, that's the way it goes. I mean, people that get to become executives become like the people that were already executives.
I don't know, maybe...
They go in with good intentions, but it eats them up. It's like a cesspool, you know, it just gets on you and it starts
the system
eating.
levels them.
Pretty soon it's all
Is that
gone.
what a cesspool sounds like?
Yes.